Welcome to NEAF of 2010, and this is the veritable playground of astronomical toys, and we're going to review the 130 vendors on site as well as anything else that catches my eye. So welcome to NEAF 2010.
Wow, look at all of that astronomical gear before your eyes. I can't think of another place on Earth where this happens. And this is the 19th Annual Northeast Astronomy Forum and Telescope Show, recently held on the campus of Rockland Community College in New York. And this was over the weekend of April 17th through 18th, with over 130 vendors displaying their products proudly. This panorama from my first visit to NEAF in 2002 clearly shows the growth in vendors as well as visitors and participants, and is a good sign for the amateur astronomical community over the past 8 years. Manufacturers and retailers, large and small, are represented at NEAF. Let's head down to the floor. Teleview Optics always has a fantastic display at NEAF, showing off their entire telescope lineup, their complete eyepiece collection, and a great portfolio and gallery of their astronomical images taken through their instruments. Al Nagler and his family are always on hand to provide wonderful education and instruction to both the visual astronomer as well as the astro imager, and are always great to see at any star party and in addition at NEAF. Roland and Marge Christen, owners and founders of Astrophysics, were on hand answering questions for the visual as well as the astrophotographer and how to best utilize the astrophysics instruments. And of course, I just received my Astrophysics 130 EDF and I'm excited to put that to use. But what was the featured instrument? Well, that was the twin 305s, the Mac Cass, as well as the Riccardi Honders Astrograph riding on the El Capitan mount. Sorry to say there was no price announcement for that Riccardi Honders Astrograph. Meade Instruments were also on hand with their normal assortment of optical instruments and that Max mount. Wow, look at that. Orion was out with their army of people. They had a lot of people, and of course most everyone was talking about the massive Dobsonian. I don't even know how big this thing is. Big. Of course, Oceanside Photo was there in grand style. Look at those boxes. Wow, lots of toys there, and it's great to see them travel from the West Coast. What I was most impressed with were Stellar View Optics. They really had a tremendous setup, a lot of great instruments, tremendous help and service, as well as my friend Anthony DeVoli. His machining has gone to the next level and just a tremendous supplier to the astrophotography and visual world. Plane Wave, their direct drive systems are very impressive, and I hope they bring that out in smaller configurations for someone portable like myself. But just fantastic instruments. I'm very excited to see them, and the quality of gear that we're seeing is just very impressive. And another addition is the Hyperion Astro Imaging System. My friend purchased one of these, had that electronic rotating focuser that looked very impressive, and Peter Saravolo with his 300mm instrument was also in attendance. Dream Telescopes, lightweight, temperature-stable instruments, Newtonian here on display, look to be very impressive and worth checking out as well. And fortunately, on Sunday afternoon, the sun came out and allowed all of the high-end solar astronomical observers to go out on the field and show off their H-alpha visual systems. So what can we conclude from looking at NEAF 2010, especially using NEAF 2002 as my benchmark? I would have to conclude that the amateur astronomical community is extremely healthy. The number of vendors, the number of participants look to be up versus 2002. The quality of the gear is far superior. The value that we get out of our gear is not even close to the value we had just a short 8 years ago. What a tremendous time to be an amateur astronomer.